Good morning, healthcare heroes. This is Nicole Traum with Lee Health, and today you are watching our Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. So we've made it to Friday. I'm really happy to see some of you on here today. And we're gonna round out our week. Our theme this week was moving from fear towards love. So we're gonna do a little bit of movement, we're gonna do a little bit of breath, and then we're gonna talk about how we can let go of those outer layers. We talked a little bit about it yesterday about kind of peeling away like an onion. So thinking about that this morning, let's take a comfortable seat. So you can sit up nice and tall, and you can lengthen up through your spine, and just give yourself a couple of breaths here. Take a big breath in through your nose. Big breath out through your mouth. Just giving yourself a chance to slow down. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Getting yourself ready to just face the day. Start to roll your shoulders onto your back. Noticing here what it feels like in your body, in your breath. Good. And then let's bring our arms up. Bring our arms up to about shoulder height. Press your elbows back and just start to breathe into the upper corners of your chest. So one of the ways that we start to move from fear is just by engaging, right? Feel your shoulder blades engage onto your back. Feel your spine lengthen. Maybe even draw your belly in a little. Good. And then we're going to start to move with the breath. So you're going to inhale to the right and exhale to the left. Waking up your side body, stimulating back behind your kidneys near your adrenals. So our adrenals are that fight or flight kind of place. So a lot of times if we're under stress or we're in fear, they are like, when we want to calm them down. So we're bringing some blood flow there, just starting to move side to side, breathing deep. Good. And then come on out, and then take your right knee in, and you can hold on to it in front of your knee or behind your knee. Let me scoot back a little. There we go. And just start to sit up nice and tall. So feel your low back moving in and up. Feel your legs stretching. Good. And then one more deep breath here, and then we'll start to do some crunches. So just crunching towards your nose, towards your knee. So crunch and crunch, crunch and crunch. Good. For 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then come on out, move your hips, move your seat side to side, and then we'll go to the opposite leg. So bringing that left knee up again. If you can't hold on in front, you can always hold on behind your knee. Find whatever works for you. Good morning. Keep hugging that knee in as you sit tall and let yourself breathe. Good. Feel your low back moving in and up. Feel your spine lengthening, and maybe even roll your shoulders back a little bit. Take another breath here. Good. And then just start to bring your nose towards your knee. So you're going to crunch and crunch, crunch and crunch. Good. For 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come all the way up now. Take your arms out by your sides. Press down through your feet. Pull the belly in and just start to lean up and over to the right. So you're using a little bit of balance, a little bit of core here, and then come up and over to the left. Good. One more time to each side here, up and over to the right. Make sure your left foot doesn't lift up. It wants to lift up really bad. And then come back through center, up and over to the left. Pressing down with your right foot. Take another deep breath. Good, and then come all the way out. Again, rolling your shoulders onto your back. All right, we're gonna take our right knee up now. And if you want, you can even actually scoot over. Let me pull this back a little. Every time I do my test, when I turn it on, it's further away or closer in. All right, so right knee comes in, sit up tall, and we're just gonna bring the right knee out and in. So just pressing it out and in. If you have a chair like mine with arms on it, you might need to scoot forward a little bit more. Try and keep your spine nice and long. Good. Waking up those hips. Keep the knee out to the right. You can bring your left arm up and just stretch. Let yourself breathe. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Start to feel that inner body filling up as your outer body softens. Good, and then bring that leg back in through center. Scoot your knees over to the right this time. Hug your left knee in. So again, find that tall spine. Let yourself connect with what you have. When we connect with what we have, we start to move towards love. We start to actually embrace those muscles onto the bones. So sit up tall, open and close your knee to the left now. Just big opening, bringing it back in. Make sure that you're sitting tall, and then just check back in if you're breathing. Eventually you're gonna breathe. That's it. Let's do 2 more. And then this next time as you open your knee to the left, hold it there. Bring your right arm up. See if you can work a little bit more on balance. Good. 2 more breaths. Shoulders softening, spine nice and tall. Perfect. Good. Come all the way out. And as you bring your knees back towards each other, you can come in and make some slow circles. So just moving around in slow circles, feeling your low back start to stretch out, start to lengthen. My chair starting to squeak. And then change your direction. So just moving in that opposite direction, feeling your low back getting a little more open. Good. Let's take our hands now. We're going to bring our hands together. Interlace your hands, your fingers, and start to press your palms out. So just pressing them out and then bringing them back, and you can just start to press them out and bring them back. And just notice here your shoulders. So a lot of times when we're in that place of fear, we're holding tension in the shoulders. So let your shoulders start to release. Good. This next time as you bring your hands out, press them out there. We'll inhale the arms up and then exhale them down. Good. Inhale, stretching them up. Exhale and lower. One more time. Big stretch up. And then release. Good. Coming out here, rolling your shoulders onto your back. And then one more little thing that we're going to do here. We're going to do like a little backstroke. So you can imagine you're just swimming in a really nice, kind of refreshing body of water, and just start to bring that right arm back and around, and then the left arm back and around. So just moving nice and slow. Inhale and exhale back through center. Inhale and exhale back through center. So just, again, creating a little bit of space, allowing yourself to open. Let's do 3 more on each side. Press down through your feet as you lengthen and twist. Feeling that nice opening here. Good, last round. And then as you come on out, you can just move your head in a slow circle. So it might be a little bit crackly, that's okay. Mine's extra crackly today. Change your direction. Good, and then come on back through center. We're gonna come back to our breath now. So as you inhale, you can feel yourself sitting up nice and tall. As you exhale, let those shoulders come onto your back. Feel yourself relaxing into your skin. So yesterday we talked a little bit about that idea of an onion, right? That as we become more mindful and as we become more open to just letting go, all these outer layers start to fall away. So that was the analogy that I was taught when I first became a yoga teacher, which I really love, right? Because I think for a lot of us, we don't even realize how many little layers are connected, right? And how much we can start to let go. But I was at the food store yesterday and I found this, and this is crazy. This is like the biggest thing I've ever seen. It's an artichoke, right? And this beast, I'm gonna cook this for dinner tonight, but look at how beautiful that is. I just think it's so, so pretty. So I remember when I first started teaching, I had thought of this. Grew up in an Italian family where we had stuffed artichokes and it was like a big deal. I guess it's artichoke season because they had these at the food store. But the idea about an artichoke that's a little different from an onion is that you can peel and peel and peel an onion, and eventually you just get to the center and there's nothing there, right? But with an artichoke, which I love, it's just so pretty, you're gonna peel and peel and peel. And I remember as a kid peeling all these off, you know, eating the little bits off the edges, and then you would get to that center part. And if you're familiar with an artichoke, right, an artichoke has a heart in the middle. And that's the goal, right, of this peeling away, is to get closer to our hearts. So let's think of that as we do our meditation today. I'll let you see this. I'll bring it up really close, right? So it just, lots of layers, right? And there's like even sort of like a pattern to them. Our lives, same thing, our bodies, everything like that, right? We've got these layers, and some of them need to stay on for longer, right? But as we practice, as we breathe, as we soften, we can slowly peel them away to get closer to that place of our heart. So we're gonna do a heart meditation today in honor of my artichoke. Also, the artichoke kind of reminds me of my pineapple when you look straight down on it. So just cool nature magic, right? So take a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's just sitting with one or both legs out. And start to soften or close your eyes. Feel yourself lengthen. Feel yourself breathe. And just start to think about that idea of an artichoke. If you've had an artichoke before, you know that there's just the peeling, right? There's layer upon layer upon layer. And as you turn within, just consider all those little layers in your life, those little things that maybe you don't need to hold on to anymore. When we are in a place of fear, we start to tell ourselves a story to calm ourselves down, and even that becomes a layer. So as you turn within, just notice whatever comes up. Acknowledge it, maybe even savor it, and then let it go. And just notice how it feels with every breath, how you can start to soften and let go a little bit more. I mean, you might even physically feel your outer body softening. Feel yourself inhaling and filling up with breath. Exhaling as you empty out, as you soften your outer body. Just noticing how nice that feels, how free that feels. And as you start to feel that fear, that tension, that anxiety start to rise up, acknowledge it. And then continue to breathe. See if as you exhale, you can start to let it go. Sometimes it takes 5, 6, 10, 1,000 breaths to let it go. So know that it's not an immediate process, but it's a practice. So you can take one hand to your heart here and just begin to bring your awareness to that space of your heart center. Energetically, this is a place of love. That's why we connect a lot of that energy with our heart and love, and Valentine's Day and all that. We always have hearts. This is a center of love, and the center of love is an energy in which we receive and give. So as you close your eyes and turn within, just think about that. And I think the receiving part is really when we start to peel those layers away. So you'll feel yourself sitting up tall, you'll feel yourself lengthening, and then see if as you exhale you can soften a little bit more. You can even consider drawing energy in towards your heart center and then extending it back out. Just allowing there to be a flow there. Inhaling and extending. Exhaling and softening. Just moving with your breath. Keep going here. Thinking about those layers just slowly falling away, following your breath. You can inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Letting yourself receive, letting yourself just be, noticing that process happening. Start to feel that energy drawing in towards your heart center and then back out. Expanding your breath and expanding your energy. And the more we get closer to that place of our heart, the more we can practice our own self-love, our own self-care. And it's from that place of really being taken care of, that we can better take care of others. So this practice is twofold, not only unto ourselves, but then we get to offer it back out to people around us, to all the beings around us. Bringing in more peace and then extending it back out. So we're going to take about 3 more breaths here. You can close your eyes, get lost in that sort of feeling. And if it feels good, you can just pause the video and come back and watch it later and just let yourself breathe and feel this. See if you can relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, maybe even lean back in your chair as you relax your hips. Giving yourself permission to let go of some of those layers, to move towards love, to move towards that place of your heart. A few more deep breaths here. And after that last round of breath, you can just start to deepen your breath, maybe bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. Start to roll your shoulders onto your back. Bring yourself back to this present body, this present moment. Take your arms out. You can stretch them out a little if you want, out in front of you or up and overhead. Good. And then come back and bring your hands back in front of your heart. The more we practice that coming in and connecting with the place of our heart, with that energy, the more we're going to be able to really genuinely offer it back out. And that just makes the world a more peaceful place. It makes our home a more peaceful place, our workplace a more peaceful place. All these things that just start to make things a little bit more full. So as we move towards the weekend, I want to bow to you for your courageousness, for your openness in this practice. And I'll bow to you today. Namaste. And this has been Nicole Traum with Lee Health's Healthcare Hero Self-Care Moment. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to breathe and move. Get out into the fresh air if you can. And remember to take care of your heart, right? And then offer that out to others. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next week. We'll be back on Monday at 6:40 a.m. Thanks. Bye.